Hello everybody, today is another day outside in the garden, and as you can see, it's looking pretty good. The normal things are going on. I had the sunburn from the beginning of the year because I never put a shade cloth down to get them all ready to go and all, slowly transfer them out into the sun. Could have put them on the porch for a little bit to get them used to the sun, but I didn't. So anyway, this is a bridge seat. As I was talking before about this one really got sunburnt. This is one of the two that I did not grow from seed myself. You can see right here, a few days ago I was talking about how this was so mushy that I thought it was a problem, but this part here is not mushy. There's a little bit here that's mushy. Ow, I just keep getting poked. But there's only that one spot that's mushy, everything else isn't. So as you can see, it's that one spot right down there, right near the bottom. So I'm going to keep watching this and see how it is, because it seems like it does that on every part of this one. So I don't know if that's just how this grows or not, or if there is something wrong with it, but it seems to be growing nice. The top is growing well. So I'm just going to keep this growing, and if they do end up rotting, I'm going to cut them above the rot. So like right about here, see that right about here. And on this one, it would be right about here. And cut above the rot, and then just stick them and just boop right into the ground and let them root. And then, well, I would take this in and put these in different pots and just stick them in the pot, put them in the ground and let them root. And you'll see evidence of what happens when you do that when I come over here. These ones here, and there's a couple more somewhere else over there. These ones over here, those two over there that have those on. And I think there's a third one in there, yeah, that just popped. This one here that had popped earlier this year, this spring, about a month ago, maybe half a month ago. Anyway, these also were ones that were cut because there was rot under them, and some of them had rot above them. So you can see the ones that had rot under them. I don't know why, but this one decided it wanted to grow out from the, well, I put this in upside down, that's right, why. But you can see the rot was there, and that was the bottom of the plant. I stuck it in upside down by accident, but I wasn't paying attention. So it kind of grew off over here, it popped up. So that's going well, can't complain. Here's another one I like a lot. It's starting to grow a little fatter and bigger, and I think it's going to keep growing as time goes on. Ooh, I definitely have a, yep, I got a good prick on that, and I'm all bleeding on my finger. So anyway, here's a TBMB. These are pretty common now. They used to be not common. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 pups on it. Let me just take this out. I know I need to get rid of this stuff, so you'll be able to see it better this way. Come on. I'll have to get that out later. It's right by there. But anyway, you can see there's that very small nub is the first one, and that one right there was the second pup that came up. And you can see over here where I cut off all those pups, and most of those for the basement. So it's pretty cool. This one here is starting to get a little fatter again. I said before, and I'll say it again, I'm probably going to end up chopping it about here, maybe a little bit higher, maybe here, but probably here where it's fattest. And I'm going to do what this one did. This one ended up popping off. I thought it was only going to be 1 pup, but it ended up being 2 pups that came up off of it, which is pretty darn cool. So I'm pretty happy with that one right there. This is the one that I always talk about that was over 3 feet tall that I couldn't get into the house. So I had to cut it off there because it was also starting to fall and it was almost about to break off. And I'm kind of glad I couldn't get in the house. I had to cut it because there was some spots that might have gone and got pretty bad and molded out, because when I took it off and I cut it down, it snapped in a couple of places, and I was holding on to it carefully. Maybe I did it, but I think it was just getting very very tall, and it had a stake in it at that time, so it didn't have as much strength. But I also get some really bad winds that go over 50 miles an hour here, so this is the best place to put them. I try to keep them in the least amount of tunnel possible. I don't like the fact that I have to have my heat exhaust for my heater there, but I mean, it doesn't do anything wrong with them. As you can see, we're going to come over here and look at these. These are getting bigger. Every time I take a video, it starts getting bigger. I love this one. I don't know why I love it so much, but I do. It's one that I grew. So except for this one, and then this is another one that's a bridge seat. Again, I don't know if I'm saying it right. If I'm doing it wrong and saying it wrong, please correct me. But make sure you make it easy for me to understand. This one had been cut there, as you see, and moved up. This one, that's the original base for it. So that's the original roots that came from the seed that the person who had grown these, and I bought them off of. This is what it was. I've had to cut it many times, as you can see, just to get it to grow, and it just wasn't growing right down in the basement, and now it's starting to grow right. But it wasn't growing right in the basement only because I didn't have it all set up yet. I was a little bit lazy and didn't set it up this winter for the inside. So once the inside time comes around in late October, these are all going to go inside into the grow room, and that grow room is going to be packed, absolutely packed full. These are going to be absolutely jammed in there with the other ones. I may have to get more lights just to do it and put some of these in another area. I may have to buy a grow tent just for these cacti. Not even kidding. I don't like the idea of having one because it looks suspicious, but I might need a grow tent for all these cacti just to put these in and keep the TBMBs in a different one. So anyway, thank you very much for looking. And again, most of these are Bridge Seed by Kimura's Giant, except for that one in the white pot, and that one way back there that's got a little stake, a bamboo stake that I said that the other person had made. So anyway, thank you again for watching and looking at my stuff, and everybody, you have a great day.